Oh, for fuck's sake. How hard is it for me to, like, write a tweet?
Nature
I had to
is-
scroll up, like, 3 times to even make that happen.
Nature is garbage. This thing isn't even often there for me.
Yeah?
I can't get it to appear. I have to actually click the button on the left. Like, this thing at the top just won't appear. New Twitter is real fucking bad.
Hopefully everything's all good. I've got Waystone turned on, so we could forget to turn that back off. There has been at least one change to cards,
Yep.
and it's all of them. They're different now.
Yep. The heck you were.
Indeed.
Oh, hi, boy.
Another Eclipsey boy.
I don't think we have 4 of those. It's very good.
Yep. I don't believe there was a single one in there. Yeah, that was double
Yeah.
of the rares.
Still don't have torches,
Nope, still no torches.
but we can barrel through now.
Yes, so if you don't know, they did basically the same thing that they did with the last draft format, where after releasing the kind of mid-season expansion, they've also released a change to the draft format, basically by changing the curated packs up. One difference is that unlike last time, you're still drafting Dark Frontier packs first and last, which means that they'll still kind of be the backbone of your draft. But from the looks of the cards that they've put into it, there's a lot more powerful. It's worth drafting cards in the second and third packs again. One thing that's going to help it is that there is a lot more tricolor support in this. The seats are gone, but banners are in their place. The standards are gone, but the tokens are in their place, which means that 3-color tokens are back. And more than that, whatchamacallit, every Fixing Stranger is back. So there's a lot more multicolor support, which also means that you'll be able to kind of branch out in packs 2 and 3 if things are open. And there's also going to be things worth taking in packs 2 and 3,
Yeah.
which should hopefully help things. I don't know what this meta's going to be like. I don't know how we're going to do tonight, but hey, we're in silver, so can't go much lower.
Yeah, we got up just to go down.
As you tend to do. Well, this whole pack is, just about this whole pack is draftable.
Okay, so Cryptic Master gets bigger for your relics, and if you onslaught him, plays a relic.
Yes. Yeah, you get to play a relic for free as long as you attack with him. So let's see. Good, 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 not good, 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 fine, good, fine, good, good.
Yep.
Every card in this deck except Needle Spitter is, like, draftable.
Yeah.
These two kind of need the right deck, but yeah, other than that, wow. I'm not really
Free
sure.
relic for you, Jim.
Basically.
You wanna go Cryptic Master?
I think he's decent. I think you might need a bit more relic support, although this format should have
There's
more relic.
more-
Yeah, there are more relics in this.
There are more relic weapons, I know that.
True, yeah, I'm actually not sure what Time's relic situation looks like in this new format. God, out of all of these, it's like, you can make a case for Headhunter, you can make a case for Voidbringer, you can always make a case for Streets of Flame, you can make a case for these two. Like, I know this doesn't help, but it's one of these 5 cards. So, you know, I've more than halved the pack. I've halved the pack, basically. Of these two, I guess first pick, probably Devotee is better. God, of the rest of these, I honestly don't know. Like, I do think that I'd pick these two over, like, Cryptic Master.
The thing to keep in mind is that Twist support has gone down.
That is true. A lot of the, like, free stuff, like Refresh, Sorrow's
Curious.
Cloak, yeah.
Bronze Cuirass, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, Bronze Quarrels. All those are gone, so they're not as good.
Yeah, Twists are slightly less good right now.
Still probably pretty good. God. Might go with this Voidbringer. I think flying is a bit more rare in this format, so a card like this that threatens a ton of in-air damage seems pretty strong. I don't know what the color balance is going to be in this new one. But this is just, it's such a strong card. So we'll see if we keep seeing Shadow. Alright, apparently our opponent is not pulling Sanctum. Or is not drafting in this color.
Alright.
Let's see. All 5 colors are here.
I would take that Sanctum every day.
At 6, it's kind of an interesting question. But there's a High Alert, a Spellstrike Sorceress, and the Sanctum, so like, it feels decently safe to say that Justice is open. Sansari Dervish and Horde Duelist are both very good cards, so Fire also seems pretty decent. It does look like they took an uncommon, whatever that was. Muckcrawler and Razor Quill are alright, as are Arcanum Elite and Ambercoin. I'll probably just snap up that Sanctum. Another Headhunter got passed to us. That's good. Quicksilver Ooze is good. Stone Star Outfitter is good. I'll probably take this Headhunter because it does seem like the wind is blowing in the direction of Justice, at least.
Yep.
We shall see where it is other than that. Those Blueprint. Yeah, wow, that is some good fire to fall to us. Fire was kind of burning out a little bit, but
They have added a lot of relic weapons. So Chemo's Blueprint
Yes.
is probably even better than it was.
so like, yeah, and Chemo's Blueprints was already pretty good. I do wonder how many of did they take out Mithril Mace and or whatchamacallit?
Where's the easiest place to
Twin Sias already had Rampart Arbalest. Eternal has, or like Direwolf publishes their draft packs. So it'd be like Direwolf or Eternal draft packs potentially. That should be it. July 31st, yes. So if you go to Justice, or even just Control F for Mithril Mace and Rampart Arbalest. I feel like I probably take that Char.
Don't see this one. Or at Grunehammer then.
That's fun.
I see Marsh.
Hell yeah. I might just
Rampart
snap up
Arbalest
this
is
Char.
still in there.
Okay, so it's slightly less than it was, but it's still like you can draft weapons at
I
5.
don't see.
Twin Sai is a Dark Frontier card.
So it won't be in this list.
Yes. I'll happily take that Tauride Test Pilot. I'm happy to see that Oni Patrol. Other than that, not too much.
Char over the pulling.
Yeah, I think so, at least for where it was. Of course,
Blood Nurse,
here it's
Curator.
like Blood Nurse, Curator, Bandit's Flail. Hilariously, I don't have too many spells. It's also worth noting that there aren't that many spells in Primal right now.
Justice?
Justice right now, yes. Completely wrong. Also, it happened.
Oh, again?
I'll be right
What
back.
happens to you on Friday?
I don't know.
Arsh does this to him. How y'all doing? My brain is fried. We watched Gundam Wing right before this and I'm dying. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting the job hunt, and it's not. It's job hunt, and it fucking sucks. Actually, a little too hot in here. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, hopefully that'll kick on. And congratulations. Drink is good. Vickers will be drinking, but we're out of beer. I have to get some at the weekend. Oh, we also have a couch now, which is nice. Been couchless for a month, and it's kind of awkward. Finally have a place to sit and watch TV and play games again. Great. Oh my, that's quite drunk there. I hope you weren't drinking 60% sofa. That would, I think that would be quite bad for your health. Especially our leather one. I mean, I can't imagine eating 60% of that leather. I think ours was full leather. I don't think it's real leather. I think it would have been dearer. But it wasn't a cheap couch either, so I don't know. I know how to fix that. Let's look online. Let's just say leather, so...
Sorry about that.
That has returned. That happens every Friday.
I don't know why.
It even happens on
Alrighty.
Thursdays when we have cards on Thursdays.
I know, it's just cards. It's just the way I
Cards.
sit. So we've got this curator. We've got
Blood Nurse?
Blood Nurse. Also, we got Subverge Titan, but I haven't taken a single one of those. So
It is an eternal recurrence.
indeed. Like the curator currently. Wow, it's like all of these. Most of them are like okay at best. Might go with that shield crafter, like
Yeah.
particularly if you manage to get
The onslaught.
weapons with
And
her.
weapons,
She's actually
yeah.
really strong, and there's definitely more weapons.
High alert.
Ooh, a test pilot or a high alert?
I'd grab a high alert.
Yeah, I think so. I already have a test pilot.
Knife.
A knife.
No.
No. Yeah.
Neither.
Hooray.
Nice.
This is a pretty good final pickup.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Power, some tokens in there.
God, it's like I have to look over all of these now. They're all over the place. So like Token of Ambition is like reasonable.
Power too.
Yeah, of these I'm not actually sure which
Humbug
of them
Swarm
is
is
better.
plenty strong.
Humbug Swarm's probably pretty good in this draft format. There's a lot more token support in this one. Bellower is
Bellower.
fine. Seek has some utility with Stetch's Sanctum
Yeah.
and Coastal Curator, so it may just be taking
Oh
that.
yeah, Seek Power's pretty good.
Herd Ward is awful.
Yeah.
Bellower's good.
Yeah, really good in a token Z deck.
Yeah, I'll probably
Which I
just
guess
take
is
the Seek for
more
now.
Stone Scar.
Yeah, Stone Scar or Praxis.
Ooh,
Ah,
Ravenous
Coastal Recruit's
Thorn,
back.
Dark Return.
Yeah.
Dark Return's
so-
real good for us as well.
Yep.
Summons a body and something back. The Stone Scar Stranger's also.
Yeah, Stranger is also a potential splash. I'll probably take this Dark Return. I'm glad we're seeing some spells finally.
Yep.
See, by the way, Oni Quartermaster's in this format, as is Trailmaker.
Wow, yeah. Another Seek Power. Quartermaster?
Could potentially. I don't have too much as far as weapons go, but like, do I want a second Seek Power? This is really the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a chance. It does make it easier to play fire things when I
Yes,
find
it
them.
does, yeah.
If I had more weapons, I think I'd be more into the Quartermaster.
Ooh, Oathkeeper.
By the way, Oathkeeper's
Oathkeeper's
back.
back. Power's Machete, Oathkeeper. There's the Stalwart Shield, which is
Yes,
back.
Starwart Shield exists now.
Oathkeeper?
But yeah, I love Paladin Oathkeeper so much.
Ah,
Hello,
Bear Arms!
I guess Bear Arms is back in the format.
Yes!
That's good to know.
I think I would go for Bear Arms.
I mean, now that I have two Seek Powers, it's pretty easy to pick. Ooh, a Dark Return or an Argenport Stranger. That is definitely interesting. I do need some units,
You
though.
need units, and it's also both our colors. I think that's a pretty good pick for us.
Yep. Armor Smith still sucks.
Link Wolf.
Umbrin for that real slow mill. Yeah, it's
Blink
sort of like
Wolf or
Blink Wolf, which you
Scheme?
don't really care about, and Scheme, which is okay at best. I guess it does at least play nice with Svetya's Sanctum. If it was an in-color
Curator,
unit,
yeah.
I would have taken it for sure.
Another Seek Power!
Jesus. I may end up taking like a Skycrag Stranger here. I don't know if it makes the deck, but I do need to make sure I make my unit counts.
Manufacturer or the Practice? Or the Spite Feeder, although I can't imagine.
Fight Feeder, not very good. All the
Yeah.
1/1 for 1 wisps are not
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's just not amazing.
Spell Sword.
Spell Sword's fine.
Jump Kick, yeah, Jump Kick's back, babe.
Jump Kick is
How's
back
it
in the
trade?
format.
Hello.
The one thing about that is it is a double. Oh, Bannerman's back. I did not even know that one.
Bannerman's good.
Bannerman is pretty fucking strong.
Yep.
Bannerman could be placed basically in place of Skycrag Stranger and basically be a straight upgrade.
Alright, what else have we got? We got the Surveiller, which is...
Eh.
The Pledge is really, like, the only thing on that card, but...
Yeah, exactly. Guard and Baton are both fine.
Yeah, oh yeah, Baton's back, yeah.
Probably go the Bannerman here.
Yeah, very solid too.
Hello,
Ooh,
Emerald Ring,
Emerald
which is
Ring.
back.
Combust.
Yes.
Devour.
Combust is here. Scavenge is back. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of interesting
Emerald
stuff.
Ring. Oh, who plays well with that only Quartermaster you can take.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting.
over that banner, I think. Alright,
Barrel through.
ooh,
Pretty
barrel
happy to see
through.
that.
Ravenous
This is
Warriors,
like the
I'm
only
sorry.
+3/+3 in the format other than High Alert. So like, barrel through is going to be really, really strong when you can get it.
Another
Baton or another Argentport
Ah,
Stranger. I might take the baton here.
some removal.
Just because I've already got the Stranger and the Bannerman.
Yep.
If anything, I need some like A,
Right.
I need some 3s. But B, I need like good 2s and 3s rather than ones that are kind of fillery.
Yep.
Dark Wisp is good.
Yep.
None of these are relevant to me.
Nope.
Banner
Park
or
or
another
Dark
Dark
Return?
Return? That's an interesting question.
That's a very interesting one.
Probably go for another Dark Return. I think if this had fire in it and one of my other colors, I'd be considering it more. I'm actually pretty okay as far as those go.
We have 2 Seek powers. We got Barrel Through as well to give us some red.
Yes. Might just go with another Dark Return. Blaze is better than Rotorsmith. None of these are all that relevant to me. None of these are at all relevant to me.
Detain! Woo!
Finally, Detain.
Woo!
Finally, a Horn of Plenty.
Alright, Outlaw Ringleader.
Outlaw Ringleader is the pick here. He's quite strong.
Yeah, he does look pretty strong. A4, twist him to give one of your units +4 this turn. And when you onslaught, you get a 1 Drifter for free.
Let's see. It's sort of like Warfront Missionary and Shieldcrafter aren't moving the needle all that much here.
Crooked Alley Guy.
Crooked Alley Guide. I want to take a longbow. I want to take an emerald coin, but I'll also just take a really good
A
unit.
really good 3 as well. We need some
A
good
second
3s.
Umbran Voidbringer.
Ooh,
A
ooh.
Roosting Warhawk. A Blood Nurse. I think I'll take another Voidbringer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flash Grenade. Warhawk,
Twin
Twin
Size,
Sai,
yeah,
or
Twin Size there.
another Crooked Alley Guide. Oh lord.
We definitely seen Crooked Alley Guide do work when we found
Crooked Alley Guide is so good. I think I'll go with another Crooked Alley Guide. She's kind of the exact thing the deck needs. Roosting Warhawk I'd be happy to take, but the deck actually is doing pretty okay for like
Top end.
fairly large flyers. So they're not like, you know, super high on the
Char?
list. Second Char, sure. The 2 Chars will make the splash regardless.
Blueprints for like bear arms.
Blueprints, yeah, to bring up Bear Arms, to bring up Reinforced Baton. I feel pretty happy about that. Outside of that, it'd be like
Yeah.
Illicit Armament, which we don't really have enough support for. Blade Barrier, which we don't really have enough
Units
support
do
for.
we have?
We're at 17 now, so we're not
okay.
too bad.
We'll want like a couple more, but
Alert or a second High Alert or a Razor Quill.
we already have a Razor Quill.
Yeah.
One.
Darkweave Enchantress is an interesting one. I've kind of talked about how she's like real awkward because pay 5 is so much
Yeah.
to get that twist going.
Yep.
But I might still take her and then see if I want to cut her. None of these are relevant to me.
Nice Sony Patrol.
Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. Definitely got some cuts to make here.
And that warning jolt.
Probably don't care about the manufacturer too much.
The Vizier's tablet.
Ah, yes, that fantastic card that I definitely care about, Vizier's Tablet. So with the Emerald Ring, the Oni Quartermaster can definitely stay. Sort of just looking at all of my reds. The 2 Chars are fine. The Quartermaster's fine. The Patrol's sort of a maybe. The Ringleader might be a cut just because it's a double. He's a pretty good card, but I can't afford to cut units, so I feel I might. Boot Knife can potentially be cut. It's pretty strong with Chemo's blueprints. Like getting a 2-thing quick draw is really good, but it also has the awkwardness of having to have attacked in this turn.
Yeah.
And it can't be cheated because, like, by attacking with a relic weapon because it's the thing you want to be attacking with. So, like, you
Yeah.
have to have attacked in already
Yeah.
to get the bonus for it, which makes it's always been a bit awkward. I think it might be better in this format where there's more weapon support, but
Spectre's Sanctum is still good. Like, even when your highest cost spell is 4 free units, yeah.
yeah, they're
Like,
free
Seek
units.
Power just gives you a 1/1 for nothing.
High
Seek
Alert
Power.
being a 4/4 is like giving you a 4/4 unit's ridiculous. You have 13 spells currently, so like days can probably go. This deck definitely only plays 15 power with the Seeks.
Like, it's our top end, Spectre's Sanctum as well. Like, that's where we put that Sanctum down and that's our staying power. If we get stuck, we just gum up everything. We play a spell, we get whatever that spell does, plus an extra unit.
Yeah, I think
Sanctum
I'll
is
basically
just
use the
disgusting.
reinforced baton as the pull up for Chemo's blueprints. Basically, like is the if I need to play it for tempo thing. I guess the interesting thing about Chemo's blueprints is the onslaught, but I guess you also get like it's a really cheap weapon is really good with Chemo's blueprints because you can play it and then just play the weapon, which is a case for the boot knife, but it still feels a little weird. And just playing Reinforced Baton as a 4/3 is a 3/4 over 2 turns as a Mithril Mace when I need it seems fine.
Seems strong, yep.
I cut the ringleader. All three of these are at least worthy of consideration. And I mean, I think I've got enough to support them with the Bannerman, the Skycrag Stranger, and the 2 hours. So the question now is what gets cut from here. I actually kind of like the scheme with Svetch's Sanctum. But we do eventually have to start cutting some things. It's also like maybe I do cut the Sanctum here.
You think?
And try to get by off of like the power of Quartermaster.
I don't know if we have enough. Well, we have the Emerald right now yet.
Yeah, and we've, like with their arms,
Do you want 18 units?
yeah, it's like I probably cut a unit, but I can't cut too many. I need to cut 3 cards here.
Enchantress or Waste?
That or like Oni Patrol just to make the deck a little bit thinner. Probably Razor Quill. I have a decent number of 4s here. It's also worth noting I have 2 Umbran Voidbringers and 2 Dark Returns here.
Yeah.
So, like, I've got a lot of Void Recursion that I can go
Yeah.
through.
I also like our Sanctum with how many spells we have. You know?
Yes. I guess the biggest problem is that I'm gonna have to start cutting spells.
Yeah. I mean, even at like 9 spells, the Sanctum
Yeah,
is
it's
that's
still
9
pretty
things,
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 cards have to leave this deck at this point.
And they're gonna be
Probably
spells.
both spells. Scheme is probably the weakest spell. It kind of hurts to take out a 3/3. I guess the biggest problem with Svetch's Sanctum here is that everything here is a 1/1. And getting 1/1s out of Svetch's Sanctum doesn't feel great. Like, a 2/2 is nice, a 1/1 is, like, decent to have, not worth the 6 power paying for
initial
Svetch's
pay,
Sanctum.
Yeah.
Like a deck with a bunch of 2, 3, and 4 cost spells loves Svetch's Sanctum because then you're getting a ton of value. Like a 2/2 is fine, a 3/3 is good, a 4/4 is amazing.
I do expect your Sanctum also like Seek Powers though. Like it's just a free 1/1. For a power.
It doesn't hate it. It's mostly just is it worth paying 6 for? That's always the question. It's also like, what else do I cut at this point that isn't the Sanctum?
Well, I guess what's our like end game? What actually wins it? Bear Arms.
Bear Arms and Emerald Ring win games.
Space Sanctum and Bear Arms would be pretty good.
It is, yes, if we ever get there.
Yeah.
It like it's sort of thing like if it cost 5, it would be a lot less of an investment, just tempo wise. I don't know how fast this draft format's going to be. I don't know if the biggest thing that's keeping the Sanctum in my estimation right now is the 2 high alerts. Because that's an absolutely fantastic return. You likely kill one of their things and get a 4/4 for it.
Kill one of the.
Potentially. Hopefully the deck has enough removal. I'll give it a shot. I'm honestly not sold on Svetch's Sanctum in this deck, but shall see. It's also like the first day of the draft, so if it goes absolutely disastrously, it doesn't really. It's all just a learning experience.
This is close, but
probably not.
No, it doesn't really
playable
have.
hand.
Let's go the Skycrack, so.
Yeah, I get all of my colors out.
How much I don't have like a low cost.
Thing to do. I also can't play 2 of the cards that are in it. I do think like there's a lot more double influence in this format. It's worth noting.
It's gonna make
this hand
at
is good.
3. Splash at 3 cards is still gonna be quite awkward.
I think you definitely like it's a lot closer to older formats where you'd play 2 colors and then splash into a 3rd one for some good cards. Whereas the last format you went 2 colors and the previous Chaz 6 format you went into 2 colors and you didn't do anything. This hand's
That's fine.
fine.
So we really want double Justice and double Shadow influence.
Yeah. Which was another good reason to cut that Outlaw Ringleader. There's just too much trying to go on in this deck.
Yep.
I think at this point, Svetch's Sanctum is more an experiment than anything. We'll see if we get value out of the 1/1s that we're most likely to get. We'll see if we ever play it.
Yep. We might never see it.
Yep. Or we might see it and just, see it in our opening hand and just never get to play it.
Yep.
One thing that's kind of going to be a fact-findy thing about this draft is just how fast the format can move, which is always an open question.
Yeah. What you were saying, them taking out a long progression.
Yeah, Fire lost a lot of good 2-drops that were in the draft packs, and that was one of the things you could do. One thing, Camel's Blueprints can get Bear Arms here.
Yeah.
It may be a little awkward to play, but I think this is at least doable.
It's got influence, it's got a unit.
Really needs something to do on 2.
Yeah, we'd like to.
That is not something to do for 2.
Oh.
They did skip their turn 1, though.
We harness our spirit.
Hi. And we're saying we're never gonna see it. You're a bit early.
We will at least almost
We
certainly get
forge
to play
what we
it.
need.
Well, someone is straight wild in here, you might say. Someone getting a little too excited for strangers, perhaps.
A block here.
Yes, and then play Chemo's Blueprints off of it. Play another stranger. That's not a stranger.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Alrighty.
Nothing but power, huh?
Yeah, I might just lose this one on that alone. That was
Flooding.
unnecessary, but not much else I could do with it.
Oh, we are
We
so
ride.
hard. On in a 15 plus 2 seat.
What a fine day.
DIY Lumen Shepherd.
Move aside.
Now, unfortunately, they might just kill us.
Yeah.
The vault must be protected.
Well, I'm glad they shifted that. If they had put out like an actual unit, I might be in trouble.
I pledge my loyalty.
Fire. Oh, no, Shadow. No, we'll get double Shadow. Doesn't fucking
It
matter.
matters.
Doesn't matter.
Because her thing is so expensive, I can't play it to kill that off, which is unfortunate. I guess that would have been a play to consider.
Like doing that instead.
Yeah, I think actually I should have done that. Whoops. I wasn't really thinking about her twist ability.
Yeah.
Alrighty. God, her twist ability is not amazing.
My oath is true. If your coin stays good.
Attack in and then
Yes.
high alert.
That much will definitely be happening. Fortunately, I can't really do much about that. I mean, I could turn it into a 1/1 next turn. I am still going down to 5 health and 3 health.
Yep.
With that becoming unblockable.
Yep.
This is the sort of thing, if we had gotten off the ground just slightly quicker,
Yeah,
I think we would have won
faster,
this.
Yeah.
I also
That's
think
a
if I
problem.
had played the Darkweave Enchantress's ability first,
Yeah, to kill
I
that.
might have had a
Youth
chance,
is
although honestly,
wasted
with
on
this
the
guy,
young.
it probably would have been academic.
We survive.
She only has endurance that turn, right?
Yes.
Not that it matters because
There's nothing she's blocking.
she can't block, yeah.
Yeah. This was close. If I hadn't flooded quite so hard.
Yeah.
We also kind of see the awkwardness of Svetchius Sanctum, where I just never got a turn that I could actually have played it.
Yep.
The vault must be protected.
Yeah, they just got us clean.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Interesting of them to let me do that, but hey. Who am I to disagree? Yeah, I suppose. Difference.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the 5 damage. I suppose they could have, like, damage in hand, but they've got the 5 damage for next turn.
I can do 1 whole damage. Got him. Oh, this one was close.
Let's see what the road will not fall.
They just got off to a fantastic
We
start.
flooded,
We got
yeah.
literally nothing.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
They were able to play out their entire hand by the end there. I will say, Bare Arms on her is incredible.
Yeah? But yeah, if we used our ability, it would have taken less damage. No, they had a lot of shift damage.
I don't think
yeah.
it would have.
I don't think it would have either.
Hell,
yeah.
they would have won us the game. I should have done it, but
They're shift down, they're unblockable damage.
the big thing being, I would have like killed off the thing way the conscript way earlier, the nimble conscript way faster. Like you kill off the dervish, which means they have to attack in, and then then she eats him.
Yep.
And that was a huge amount of damage
Yeah, yeah.
that I took because I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bare Arms on her, pretty good because it avoids having to pay the 5 for that. The big thing was really she is a straight up better option than Svetchius Sanctum. Like there is, unless they don't have anything on the board, I would rather play her ability than Svetchius Sanctum. So it was just a dead card in hand the entire game there. playing it would basically be taking a turn off, and against that and against that deck, that was never an option.
Yeah.
This is good. I need a way to play that. But God damn it! This actually
Yeah.
isn't good.
No, it isn't.
Wow,
No.
this sucks. This
If one
hand
of
is
the-
amazing.
If one of those was a shadow.
Fucking hell! I hate throwing that back. This is fine though.
Yep, we're gonna throw a hand
Oh
pounder.
dear. We will once again have to have that Sanctum sit in our hand forever.
Oh, yeah, hi. But we don't
Anything
want
for
the
some
Sanctum
coin.
early is the
Nope.
thing, like... Kinda wanna draw it mid,
Okay,
you know?
good. They didn't. Kind of awkward.
Reporting
This
in.
barrel through could have gotten me that. But
Enemy
I'd
sighted.
rather have this.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Interesting though.
I think we should play that.
It's worth considering if I wanted to just hold it for the barrel through and then like play it with the option next turn. Kind of obviated because Emerald Ring is good. Emerald Ring's really good. Boy, Emerald Ring is twist support. Side note.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay, well, we know we're drawing a high alert.
Yep.
That's gonna sit for a bit.
Yep. I do have barrel through at least for
Guide
killing
my
off
fists.
whatever. It's sort of like how much do I care? But I think they're in a bit of an awkward situation here, so I'll just get them down to 14 health.
Yep.
They're in a bit of an awkward situation here. Especially when I kill off both of their monks with barrel through.
Yeah?
Guide my fists.
I don't want to guide your fists. Primal.
Yeah! Woo! At least we have things to do.
Yep. I think there's going to be a
Anything to
lot
do.
of action in this format of like stuff that you can do outside of even your twists and things. Which is definitely interesting. Got anything else?
What you got?
If I just tighten this down.
That's a power, that's nice. This feels mean.
Done it. It is fairly slow, admittedly. I mean, I am slowly working them out of cards, and I can just continue to get value off of things.
And we are getting the,
Haha! Ring v ring!
Let's go.
oh, nice.
Good.
Yep. There's this baton if we want it.
That is the question. If I want to baton that out of the way and just start slamming face, or if I want to play the test pilot down. And I think I want to baton, because it kind of gets ahead of their soldiers. And if they want to keep playing more of those, I can just get rid of them for 2 more turns. And by that point, they'll be dead.
Yeah?
And now I can play the test pilot on top of that and be like, I'm still here.
Ah.
I have
Oh
the
god,
right to
we
bear
can
arms.
put bear arms in our turret test.
That we can.
To the skies!
Now they're at 4 health.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Let's go. That's adorable.
Oh, damn, is that not...
That's lethal.
I thought, yeah, it is. That gonna be your 4-3-2, fuck it. Woo.
Alright, well, that's this deck doing what it should be doing. That's more like it. It does feel like this deck definitely has the power to kind of just outvalue its opponent. So maybe I do just want to drop the Sanctum
For another char.
for the second char. We'll see. If it shows up again and like just there's never a chance to play it either because I don't get up to the power.
So annoying to
I
get
know.
it early.
To get it that early and then just
Yeah.
not get a deck that works with it at all. I do think the fact that Justice is kind of low on spells lowers the power of Sanctum further. It's still quite strong.
I've seen Murder of Crows before.
Quite possibly. Murder of Crows.
Dawn Oathkeeper, it's a strange. I can't play.
It can't play the Darkweave,
her,
but then again,
that's-
I'm not in a rush to play her.
Yeah, that's the only thing it can.
Yeah,
Right.
like, and I mean, it's got the Oathkeeper with the bare arms and all that, so I think I'm okay with this.
Hey, Dad.
Hello? It's an
My
odd
oath is
question.
true. If your coin stays good.
I love the Oathkeeper.
I'm always so happy to see her back. Alright, well, we're gonna need a Shadow eventually, but I do like getting a third power.
Yeah. And 2 Justice is good for us. It is our biggest faction.
Yep.
We survive.
Yeah, definitely the most important one. Let's go. That's not the
Oh
greatest
boy.
call.
Yeah.
Fun to ask what I want to put on, what I want to use here with the bare arms.
You just make him the biggest boy.
I
like
could make a
fourth-
large stranger. God, bare arms is back.
Yeah.
What a concept. I'm okay with them spending stuff to do that.
The throne will not fall.
Hey, did you leave a lightning strike up? Just wondering. If you did, it's a 2 for 2. And it's actually kind of okay for you overall,
Yeah.
because I am unfortunately stalling the fuck out.
Yep. Hey.
That's good.
That's very good.
Honk.
What a fine day.
What a fine day.
Alright, I would like a Seek Power for our Shadow Sigil, please.
Troublesome.
That's definitely a worry.
A troublesome ting has happened.
That is not a Shadow Sigil.
Indeed not. Nope.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Well, I can actually fizzle that guy a little bit.
Yep. Huh. You got a char too? Is your hand just literally perfect?
Big boy.
No, but that's certainly worrisome.
That's definitely. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
issue.
boy.
It is just tough to get up to.
You gonna kill him off?
Youth is wasted
I don't really
on
like
the
them
young.
having max power. I mean, I guess they only have 2 cards, but still feels like he's less dangerous as a 1/3. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
They are just going like full primal flyers on me, and I'm just not pulling anything to deal with it.
If we could draw a shadow.
A shadow would be quite nice now.
Hi.
The question is, I guess it'd be the Oathkeeper.
We do have Sanctum and High Alert, which
Yeah. Doesn't solve the immediate problem, but
that's a better use at the minute.
I think I need to develop it at some point.
You aren't welcome here.
I mean, honestly, I think we've lost, but we'll go through the motions. I can at least, when they attack with their guy, play a high alert out. Jarl's Frost again.
Gonna do the high alert.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like I said, we've lost, we just don't know it yet.
So much in the air we can't do anything about.
Yep.
Your rest is not begun yet.
Yeah, I don't think I like the Sanctum in this deck.
Okay.
Even getting it out, it was too late.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of wild that we've managed to draw it all 3 of the games we've played,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't feel like it's gonna make the donuts here. It's also definitely less of a bomb than it was back when it was 5. 6 is just such a hard cost to pay. Do. All these arts are from very different eras of Eternal. Ooh, that was like almost exactly on estimate. I don't hate it, but it also doesn't really do anything. It also doesn't really set up our shadow, which we do need in the long term. I'll just draw it.
Ouch.
Everything except my main color.
I mean, I guess you're more likely to get your mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's not a completely unworkable hand. It's got 2 turns of moves to start drawing other stuff. And if it does get the Emerald Ring, it's actually, or if it does find the Justice Sigil, it's actually in pretty good shape.
I wish that was the other stranger.
Yeah, yeah. If it finds an Argenport Stranger, that's fine too.
A Seek power?
There's things we could do. We could also just draw nothing but Justice card.
Yeah.
Also, boy, that's a really bad card that also perfectly counters our unbuffed Oni Patrol.
Yep.
Bare arms.
We forge what we need.
Not bare arms. At this point, I mostly just hope they are also starting slowly.
Yeah.
If you want to spend a fast, if you want to spend a barrel through to kill off my Oni, that seems totally acceptable.
Reporting in.
Enemy sighted.
Nice at least.
Oh, yeah, we can blow it up.
Guess it might have been worth doing that Char there at fast speed, or at slow
Slow
speed.
speed.
Well, we'll see if I get punished for it.
they can sort of safely onslaught in with that 1-3.
Yep. No punish. Kind of really need him to be alive to be able to do like anything in the future. So
Let me see what I can do with it.
that's
Oh,
good.
thank God.
Question now is if I want to wait for High Alert, but that doesn't really do much for me, or play the Emerald Ring to try to start developing a slightly better threat. The one saving grace here is that they haven't really managed to do too much damage to us yet. It will be worrisome if they manage to put something large down, because we just won't have too many answers for that. These blocks are a bit dangerous, but I do want to be careful about health.
This should
Yeah.
do it.
We can survive if we can keep going like this, but it's definitely dangerous. Say. Okay, at this point I think I'll trade him in for Skipper. And they might just let it through anyway, which is great. Still need to figure out something about that guy, but one step at a time. Gaining a
Yep.
ton of health is nice. Like, if they decide they want this trade, that's totally fine, because that takes a body off their board.
These samples are perfect! I can carry just a few more.
They're also kind of out of cards in their hand right now, which is nice. They're gonna slowly work me down there. Never mind.
Baton and Char?
Yep. Oh, that's absolutely worth it here.
And it's 7 health Baton.
My gigantic baton. Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of the synergy.
Yeah.
I also eventually make her giant.
Will be punished.
No, they won't.
Yeah, the sturdiest Baton in Argenport.
I continue not to attack in with her to
Oh, gotcha.
continue
Yeah.
to protect
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
gigantic baton.
Yeah. And when we have the power, we'll attack in and then High Alert protect it. But that probably... Are we going to... we won't shift her.
Nah, I can pay the 3 for a 3/3 there.
Yeah, and we can actually put a weapon on her as well. Pay 3, right?
Yes, it is 3.
Yeah.
All the rings cost 3.
Ooh.
Ha!
Ah.
That's fine. I'm fine trading the rest of this baton's bonus value for a barrel through on their side.
Yeah, why not? Alright.
And of course, at this point, that means I don't have to hold her back.
Are we gonna put the Crooked Alley guy down?
Yes.
We're gonna put a weapon on him?
That is the fun question.
There's always a way.
I'd say
Might
probably.
as well. You're not using that power.
Yeah, exactly.
And mostly just be to scare them into not attacking.
Yep. Yeah, make a big enough wall, and then they just won't be able to do anything while we chip them down.
Ooh, what you got?
A fascinating question.
Hey, Retribution's still in this.
They have retribution.
They have Retribution.
So I will at least get my pound of flesh for it.
Halt!
Ah,
Oh, what's the penalty?
You're
can't
under
attack.
arrest.
Now, granted, I don't think I care that much. But I will have to deal with, you know, the 3/5. You see this guy not too much. I get the feeling you'll see him more in this format, because the biggest downside to him was he cost 7.
Now, if you use that power, like now,
Yeah.
we can high alert if you
Yep.
I don't think he will. He's 25
I'd imagine
health,
not, and
but
also they've, you know, it's threatening their 3/5, or even
Yeah.
they lose the 3/5
they would,
regardless,
Yeah.
and they can't really afford to do that. So right now, basically, it's hopefully we can win the race. That's a good sign, though. You have to attack in here, though. Thank you. It's just making sure you're aware.
On gas.
Yeah, more units to play would be nice.
Oh ho!
Pretty good. So that's gonna pull Bear Arms up.
Yep. Can I hold high alert still?
Question. Ah, they have a warp spell.
Oh. Yeah, I was
I was-
wondering. I was wondering.
Do they know? A big thing here is if they're going to be able to keep putting blockers in front of me.
The throne will not fall!
Because eventually they're going to have to start doing that.
Yep.
Now, the nice thing about having another unit is I can finally start diversifying my threats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I at least know that that's a warp fast spell.
The throne awaits!
Does gain them some health. And of course an extra damage in the air, but I can't imagine it's going to be around for very long.
No, they're gonna block your aim
Yeah.
with that.
That's just to get that out of the way, because it is bad.
Yep.
That's fun.
Anything for some coin.
You're gonna do it once per turn, right?
Yes.
Target acquired.
Alright.
Thank you for the cards. Thank you for getting those cards out of the way.
You can even put the Bannerman down, and that's just
Pledge
fine.
my
Yeah, just keep going
That's
wide.
another unit. We can go very wide.
What are you gonna do? Harsh rule me?
We've got a high alert as well to maybe push us up.
Yep.
And you need to put a unit, yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah, that should potentially. Well,
Ooh.
they want to use that to kill.
I have 15 health, which is.
Yeah, 15 health is definitely a large amount of health.
I'm kind of worried about their.
I imagine it's a high alert that they want to use to kill me a little faster.
Why I'm a little bit worried about your health. I don't know if the Tory test pilot is worth.
Oh, I'll definitely play the test pilot. At this point, it's sort of like if I want to get another.
Target acquired.
He's got a block attack.
Yep, it's lethal otherwise. And ideally, I also pull a power here. That's kind of what I'm betting on. Well, that hardly counts.
There's always a way if you know the path.
Alright, did you pull two separate stat tricks? I know you have the high alert. I'm curious if you found a second one. You did not. Woo! This deck definitely does actually have the staying power, I think. It really needs to draw certain cards to be able to do it, but like with the Emerald Ring and the Bear Arms, you can kind of just build up an unkillable threat. If it doesn't get going, it dies fast, though.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see how much longer we can ride this out.
That was a good baton.
That was a good baton. Turns out when your baton has 700 health, it's gonna get some value.
Yeah.
Like, God, they had to blow a barrel through for that baton.
And they did.
And that was just like the last thing that it killed. I think it killed 2 or 3 other things before that. Yeah, God, with all of Justice's random relic weapons, like, and Fire's random fire relic weapons, that 6 or the 5 drop that gives you a ton of armor is like actually really good.
That's
This hand's fine.
Yeah.
Because the Stranger does give us the Justice, and we have
turn one, yeah.
Alley Guide on turn 1.
Yep. It's like, oh, the Spire sells her, but actually we do have a turn 1 in her, so.
Yep.
And
Perfect
then
Alley
we get the
Guide.
Justice,
Pretty
so.
good. Yeah, and I think with this deck, the biggest thing is just like not dying immediately.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
But she's a
Know the
ridiculously good
path.
turn 1. That's an interesting one. I think I might, just to get the double
That gets her
justice
double
for
justice,
sure.
yeah. Rather than the Stranger?
Yeah, I'd rather just get it out of the way quickly, and I was able to play that along with it. If it wasn't something that used all my mana, I would have just gone for that, but...
We stand strong.
Stranger.
Wrong. Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
We pass judgment.
Stand
Blocks.
strong, we pass judgment.
Deadly?
She is deadly, but she has 0 attack.
So does that mean she doesn't kill anything?
So she won't kill. Yeah, you have to do damage with deadly for it to activate.
Yeah.
So you
So
basically have to twist her once for her to actually
stand
become
strong.
actually deadly, basically.
We survive.
Banang. I'll probably char that.
Well, I was wondering if it was worth charring him and then attacking him with a spell sword. But it's the +1/+1.
Yeah.
Kind of go fast sometimes. I don't know if it was worth it.
It's, yeah, kind of, like we actually, I guess we would have had to char at slow speed.
Yeah.
It would have gotten us 2 health out of it. Worth considering though, because it's not like he's doing anything right now.
Yeah.
He does at least get her.
Oh, we can twist her and then kill that wisp.
Next turn though.
Oh yeah, because we're there, yeah.
Yep. That's the big problem with really expensive twists. Like cheap twists,
What a
it's
fun
super
day.
easy to just fit it in where you need it. Expensive twists, it's like really, really hard to.
They have a lot of cards.
Yep. Question is, what can they do with them? Question is, how big is their biggest unit?
Yeah, 29.
Okay. That's like, yeah, that's just a 1-for-1 trade for a unit that I paid 1 for, so enjoy that, I guess. It is a shame I can't do both of these.
Yeah.
Probably value the 3 damage to face a bit more and getting her
And yeah, activating
Youth
her.
is wasted on the young.
4 damage to face even. Hell yeah, now we're talking. Like that would be, if I could have also played this, that would have been backbreaking.
That would have been awesome, yeah.
But this turn is fine.
Yep.
Plus, the other option would have been play something for 1 cost. Which is just sad. That's going to be an issue, though. As is that.
Oh dear. Ooh, we can bring her
Okay,
back.
so she'd come back. I might even just take the alley guide, though.
Over her, you think?
Yeah, potentially. It's tough to say.
I mean, whatever it is probably gonna die to.
Yeah. I'm not going to play him this turn.
Okay.
Mostly, like, do I use her ability to lower that guy's size a little bit? Turn him into a 3/5, which is still annoying to deal with, but less so than a 4/6. And she's gonna die anyway.
Like, attack in.
If I had the power to do it, I'd do
Wasted on
it.
the young.
Sort of like, it would be the only thing I'd do. Right now, I'm actually gonna rely on him to finish the game
Okay.
as an aerial unit, so I'm not gonna play him into the Twin Sai.
Alright. Yeah, they're gonna twin sire too.
Yeah. I unfortunately can't do anything about that.
Nope.
Probably just play these two out without getting the bonus on Oni Patrol.
Reporting in.
Anna has really just been perfectly awkward here. I can at least next turn force an attack in to kill off the Sai if they decide they don't want to use it. That's fine. Worst part of that is that they drew a card, basically. I guess it does actually hurt me because if they don't use it, which is the correct thing here, they I can't really play the Voidbringer.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought they might.
Have something.
Have a spell,
High
which
alert?
is certainly worrying.
High
It is
alert.
high alert. That's fine then. I was actually more worried that it'd be a lightning strike. Fuck, they just played. Okay, Primal is completely fake. That's good to know.
Rest
Oh my
is
God.
not begun yet.
Yeah, because I can just play her right out and get 3 more damage unchecked. And I don't think the Enchantress is doing too much for me right now unless I pull like an Emerald Ring next.
There's always a way if you know the path.
That's pretty good.
That's good. Yeah. That's very good on your
Pretty
Berserk
close to
boy,
lethal,
actually.
yeah. I probably just play that straight up next turn unless they have like unless they're like got a Scorpion Wasp waiting for me. I'm not sure if Scorpion Wasp exists in this format, admittedly.
I mean, yeah, if we get 10 damage in on them, then
Yeah.
our 3/3 wins.
Basically. Yeah, and it's like I need to do something to get around this fucking dude.
Yeah.
So I may just have to take a chance
Oh,
here.
let our Wisp die, get that card.
Yep, you can have your whatchamacallit, your Onslaught. I'll take a card.
I mean, they're gonna get their Onslaught anyway.
Exactly.
That's the thing about Onslaught is it doesn't matter
Yep.
whether you block or not, and they got it.
Blink and you'll miss it.
That's fine. That's
Oh, that's bad.
damn.
That's fucking bad, yeah.
That probably wins them the game. Alright.
Shit. Oh, hello.
This is getting silly. God. I can't play him, is the funny part.
No, yeah.
It's like, do I keep the Quartersmith out and then put the Quartersmith out and barrel her through? It does lose me the damage potential of Voidbringer, but I do feel like it's a bit tenuous to rely on him for...
I hate that we need that Rune Hammer.
Yeah, I need it dead.
Swords, sharp and true.
It's real awkward, but it does at least do 4 damage to their face here, so it's not like it's a total waste of face damage.
Yeah.
They do have Primal. Boy, their deck is just draft everything, huh?
Yeah, it's working for them. Yeah, so we're
They
not...
also have a fast trick, which
We're
is
not
real
blocking,
fun.
they're gonna use their... Are they gonna use the hammer or not bother?
I feel they have to use the hammer because I'd get them otherwise.
Ah, yes, you just destroy it, yeah.
What do you have that you can play at this juncture? Primal, baby!
Yeah.
Okay, I was real worried they'd have a way to kill her. They're getting some warp value, though. I will give them that.
They are. Alright, well, we can bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them back and fling them down?
Yeah. I gotta threaten to end the game.
You have something.
I have no idea what their spell is. Legitimately. I'm free. Free to a good home.
Would it have been worth attacking in to get another unit back or not?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think we sacrificed our 2 here, right?
Yeah, and it'll pull the High Alert out of their hand. I'm not using him to block because he's the only way I can win.
Yep. Oh god, no.
I also have lethal on the board as long as, you know, they can't stop either of my guys. Ooh, did they win? They did not win. All right.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
Woo! That was an adventure.
Oh, that was an adventure.
Just to let him know.
Cheeky! Oh,
So many
boy.
things have happened.
Yeah, that was a match.
Yep. God, I can't believe we have 2 of those Umbran Voidbringers.
Yeah.
Those cards are ridiculous.
It's nasty.
Like, we basically got a Dark Return off him and then other shit.
Oh.
It's a shame that I would need this sigil to do double duty here.
Yeah.
Because it would absolutely have to draw the shadow
Shadow
here.
for sure, yeah.
I probably have to throw this back. It's not like it was an amazing hand. This hand's fine.
We get the Voidbringer.
We get all. We actually have all of our influence.
Yeah, we do with the Vanaman. Hi, Hyler.
That's actually going to be pretty good to have eventually.
I'm seeing a lot of fire today.
Yeah. A lot of Rakano.
A lot of that.
Then again,
a lot of everything, huh?
that could still just be a filler stranger. There's so many strangers in draft now, by the way.
Yeah.
With a knockdown, drag out kind of affair, I see.
I will stand watch.
Sure.
For the Oreen!
That's a combo.
Yeah.
Swords. Sharpened.
It's gonna take a while, but it's a combo. What are you gonna do? Spend your fucking barrel through on that?
Yeah.
Still so much warp value in this format.
Yep. Do we first
I'm attacking in with her.
Yeah.
They only have 1 power right now, so like
And Finest Hour isn't in.
anything
so.
that beats me here would have beat me without the attack in. So
Yep.
that's right, baby, free Banner Man.
That rather than like the only in the Emerald Ring?
Yeah, I kind of like him just threatening right now. They're moving quick, and I definitely want to move pretty quick as well.
I figured the only block.
That is fair. I guess not.
Yeah.
Would definitely have gotten the Emerald Ring out.
Reporting in.
Enemy sighted!
Enemy slighted. And now I kind of have to play the Voidbringer next.
Yeah, yeah.
Seek the light.
Sure. Again,
And what would you play?
the Oathkeeper makes it so that this isn't a completely dead trade. As does the Emerald Ring, and of course the
Yeah.
two of them together.
My oath is true, if your coin stays good.
I should have played the weapon first. Hindsight and all that.
Draw the card first.
Yeah. Now my ordering is definitely a bit sus.
Yeah.
Ah, we're dead.
Oh, fuck, we're dead. Alright.
Good to know. I guess we're not dead.
Go on, twist it again.
Would be pretty funny. Power would have been nice. Yeah, there were a few misplays in this one. I definitely should have done
To
the
the sky! Let's get used to this!
What first?
the thing you said to do.
The Emerald Ring
Yeah.
and the Oni.
That would have been the correct play there. Oh, weird. That fast trick I knew you had the whole time.
They did just have an awful lot of shit.
Yep. I also had lethal and decided not to, you know, do the lethal.
Alright, weird.
Let's not draw this game out any further.
Nope.
But yeah, there's a decent chance we were just going to get bowled over there. It's always important to note when you had better lines of play available. Oh, we did go even there.
Yep.
Always nice in a new format. Jump back. Hour and 22 minutes.
Terror on the mountains.
Still don't like Terror on the Mountain. I mean, that's actually fine. The Shift 6 is okay. If it was Shift 5, it'd probably actually be pretty good. But at 7, the warp is kind of irrelevant most of the time. So anyway, we've got Retribution. We've got Devotee of the Sands. I think out of everything, those two are definitely the ones.
Yep.
I probably go with Retribution here.
Retribution is such a good card.
Retribution is ridiculous. Devotee is also ridiculous. Retribution's the better card, although we did just play a Justice deck, but let's see. It's not like the first pick really pulls you in too much.
Oh, Horn
Well,
of Plenty,
seems
Hammer,
like-
Streets of Flame, Emerald.
Yeah, wow. So, I mean, there are 3 Justices. So
Very
who,
good Justice,
they also
yeah.
took whatever common was here. They took
Yep.
a common they really liked that wasn't Streets of Flame, Horn of Plenty, or like, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, removal is definitely supposed
Yes.
to be quite rare.
Oh yeah, like the biggest reason that, like, I think if it was the first draft, I would absolutely have just been like, yeah, let's take that Retribution. The biggest reason was it's like, oh, we've already played Justice tonight. Do I want to play another Justice?
Apparently you do.
But apparently I do. So yeah, it's actually an interesting question. I mean, all of these are cards that you would love to have in your deck of whatever color.
Yeah.
I really wonder what the person in front of us took.
Go with a Headhunter or something.
God, it's like I hate passing a Horn of Plenty so much. Mostly because if I go into time, the deck wants a Horn of Plenty. If I don't go into time, though, then it was a waste of a pick, especially when there were good things available. So it's probably a bit safer to grab the Headhunter here. Of course, Headhunter and Horn of Plenty is amazing.
He did a good deeds for us.
All right, there's a Corrupted Behemoth here.
Crooked Alley Guide, yeah.
Flash Grenade, Ansari Dervish. So it's like 4 really good cards, all in different colors.
Yep.
It does, given Pioneering Aviator and Flash Grenade, seem like Justice is pretty safe here, so that's
Yep.
good to know. I would say Shadow was the one that we didn't have a card for in the previous pack, right?
Yeah.
But God, I've already forgotten because I'm terrible. The other cards I was considering were.
Time.
Yeah, it was like Streets of Flame and Horn of Plenty.
Yes, yes.
So it's really like amongst this set here of like, do I want to start working on my splash while there's still some really good cards available, or do I want to shore up the color that it seems like I'm pretty safe to be in?
I like a Behemoth.
Behemoth is really good. Dervish is one of the few remaining like super mega aggressive fire cards. It's worth noting. But Behemoth is just, it's so good. So
Wow.
all the justice is gone.
Hi, Primal.
I guess I'll take this granite coin. Let's see.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Stone Scar Outfitter is pretty.
Outfitter's pretty good as well. Granite
Yeah.
coin is safe to kind of slip
Oh,
into
yeah,
a deck
dodge, yeah.
though.
Mhm.
I think that's fine.
Coin.
Emerald coin's good. Sauropod Crasher's fine. Let's Ride Dire Beast is actually quite good. So maybe I do want to be doing Shadow. Mostly because literally everything else has disappeared on me. I'm not gonna take that, even though like if I'm in Shadow, that's a fantastic card to take. If I'm not, it's a waste of a pick when I could have gotten something that would definitely go in my deck. So it's really an awkward one.
Yeah.
That is a late Blurry Chaser.
I like Blurry Chaser.
That is a late Headhunter and Cabal for pieces. I'll take the Headhunter, that's fine, but this is just all over the place. That is an Nimble Conscript. Alright, we're going Rakano, god damn it.
Like everyone else is.
Mm-hmm. For fuck's sake!
Ashara, hello!
Ashara, greetings. And there's like nothing in the colors that I'd like want to play, so I'll probably just pick this and then
just
just
take
see what the
Ashara.
fuck happens. Maybe we're playing Windchest. I don't know.
Maybe we're just playing, the same deck again. Oh god, there's a Bear Arms. Archive Curator barrel through token.
Sewer
Bear
Sludge is really
Arms,
good,
Sewer
but
Sludge.
luckily there's like other good stuff that we like in our current set of colors.
And there
Feeding
was
Time is good, but at least I hadn't picked any Primal.
Yeah.
I think I may just go with my right to Bear Arms here.
I do love the right to
Barrel
Bear
Through is
Arms.
also really good. Armor Smith is not good. Let's see. None of these splashes are in colors that I want,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
But do you take the Comrade Stranger?
Yeah, just to have a 2/2, I guess.
I don't see anything else.
There's
there.
nothing else here that's like, oh hell
No.
yeah, or even like, ooh, that could be an interesting splash. Like the deck has enough splashes already.
Oh, Emerald Ring.
Emerald Ring's quite strong. Argenport Banner is perfectly
I
good.
love Trailmaker.
God, Jarls Frostkin and Trailmaker are really good. Both of these cards are like A+ draft cards that you're really happy to see. Banner makes something like trying to make Ashara work, but it may be a little dangerous to try to fit even a really good double influence in.
Yeah, we've definitely seen those double influences are a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Bannerman.
Bannerman's something you're actually really happy to see. Argenport Stranger's pretty good. Auric Weaponsmith could be interesting, really, with the Emerald Ring.
Oh, yeah.
It's not great on its own, but we are pretty early in this set of picks.
I quite like it with that Emerald Ring.
Rubbler is fine as a relic weapon. I agree with that. But yeah, I think it was up against the Emerald Ring. Auric Weaponsmith, I don't know if it's good, but you know,
Hi, Arbalest.
Arbalest is actually good.
Does she work on that as well?
Yes, any kind of weapon. It's
Nice.
the whatchamacallit, Oni Weaponsmith, Oni Quartermaster effect. Like both relic and regular weapons count
As long as
towards
it's
it.
a weapon, yeah.
Yep,
Sword?
Spell Sword's fine. Soaring Guard's potentially actually pretty decent, especially with the with Emerald Ring. Like even a tiny flyer is a win con. Life Drinker might see play. Warren Shield will not see play.
Stronghold Stronghold
Ah, good old
Visage.
Stronghold's Visage.
Desert Marshal, Iceberg Shiny Finder, Conflagrate is real good. I'm like looking at everything else.
I
I'm
know.
Like,
The eye
wow,
just
all
wanders.
of our non-colors.
There's
here.
some pretty good cards and not our colors. But yeah,
Yeah.
Conflagrate is
Oh
where
yeah,
it's
Conflagrate's
at.
real good. Yep.
Love me a fucking Conflagrate. Flametail Whip. Summon, play 3 Wildcats. That's just, it threatens a lot of damage. Wish I had Mighty Strikes. Resilient Wagoneer's potentially good, but Barrel Through is
Battle
definitely
through
good.
solid. Yep.
Pretty happy with that. Bannerman's quite good, but
Not over a Conflagrate.
Conflagrate is Torch.
Yep.
In this format that doesn't have Torch, you will be happy to pay 2 for a Torch. Same thing in this format that doesn't have Finest Hour. You're happy to play 2 for Finest Hour.
Nice Sword of Icaria.
Sword of Icaria. Maybe we're just playing a weapon deck. I don't know.
I'd go for it.
It's that or the Bannerman. I think they're both pretty strong choices. I think I might just go
for
with
the
Sword of Icaria.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we're gonna be mostly a Rakano deck here.
Yes, at this point we are definitely leaning Rakano.
Yeah, with potentially.
Even in a 2-color deck, Bannerman's really, he puts in a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of work.
awesome.
But,
Yeah, but Sword of Icaria.
Sword of
yeah.
Icaria, getting the war cries and stuff just seems fun.
Absolutely.
This is probably Valkyrie Militant. He is really, really good with all of the relic weapons.
Over a Dark Return, you think?
We do have the Dark Return. I might want to just keep it in colors, though.
Might just go Rakano, yeah.
At the moment, as far as fixing goes, we've got the Bannerman, and that's like it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be a little bit greedy to get that over a unit that's like synergistic, and
There's a banner too.
yeah, there is the banner, which would get us that. I'm actually more worried about the 11 units we're currently rocking right now, along with 2 of them that I probably want to cut.
Yeah, Shadow is definitely because we don't really Firewood Lurker.
That's the big thing, yeah. Like, I probably cut Ashara just because she's double, and then Direwood Lurker just because it's an easy shadow to cut.
Yep.
In which case, Militant is the
Militant's
safer
really
option.
good, yeah.
I'd like the opening. Okay, and I just get, I would love to take this Dark Return, but these are also both pretty
Oh
good
god,
units.
yeah, Drone and
Drone
yeah.
loves that, Bear Arms.
Yep.
My 3s right now really like Coastal Recruit, though. So this is interesting. Don't need units if the man is perfect. Yeah, Grenadin Drone is back, by the way.
It's super solid.
The droney
unit.
boy is back, and he's a 2/2 for 1, so you gotta love him. He's
Yep.
the baby, gotta love him.
He's a good boy.
That said, I'm really not sure which of these would be better in this deck right now. They're both like good options. I'm happy to take either of these.
The drone is really good with bear arms.
Yes, the drone's Bear Arms is like, I think in normal circumstances I would just take a Recruit over a Grenadin Drone. The Bear Arms is the one thing making me think like, maybe I might still take the Recruit just because right
Yeah.
now I only have 1 3 and it's
Yes.
kind of a fake 3.
It is a fake 3, yeah.
And we have 2 Headhunters,
Yeah,
which are 1
Headhunters,
drops.
Yep.
Definitely close though. Rakano
Rakano
Stranger,
Stranger, yep.
yeah, I'm pretty happy
Yep,
with that.
Yep, grabbing that, yep.
All of the banners I could ever want, or a Diplo Seal.
Don't Scar Manor, just...
Yeah. Another Coastal Recruit feels good. These late Coastal Recruits are nice. I like that I can actually get cards that I want to play late in these packs, by the way. Not this one, but
No,
you know.
no. Ooh, Seek
Wow, that is
Power!
a
Wow!
late-ass Seek Power.
Oh, the safe return is back.
Oh, fuck!
Minotaur Plate Meter. What?
Doesn't matter. We won. 7 wins.
Geez.
Guaranteed.
Pay 2 and twist to play a 2/2 weapon on one of your units that isn't wielding. Ooh,
We have
my.
been killed by this before in draft.
We have.
By the way, he has double damage, as if he isn't stupid enough. As if he's
Yeah.
not stupid enough as a
Yep.
card on his
Ooh,
own.
Char, Spit is faithful.
Ooh, boy, Char. I want both of these.
Yeah, both of those would be real good.
So it's like 15 units, one of which is a Combray Stranger. I do have the Conflagrates. I do have a Retribution as well.
And kill that life
Pardon
drinker as
me?
well. Yeah, so I guess it's whether we want a really good solid 2 or some more.
It's like a really good 2 and also like a unit to go. I think I have to take the Faithful here solely because I need to make sure I make units. Like, I think this deck's gonna be fine if I
Yeah,
have
because we're
enough
gonna get rid
playable
of that
units.
core scavenger
Scorch,
right
if
now, you know?
if I can get rid of Core Scavenger, I will. I may or may not have the option.
Yeah.
So I think I can't really afford to take this Char, even though I would rate Char slightly higher than Faithful. With that said, Faithful's fantastic.
Faithful's real good.
Faithful
yes,
is ridiculous.
Yes, Faithful's...
Sizzleback Salamander might actually be busted in this deck. Like, there's a lot of things that work really well with him here. Another Faithful. Pretty happy with that. Crooked Alley Guide, baby. Probably a Warfront Missionary that probably doesn't make the deck just because there isn't... I guess I could take a Crooked Alley Guide, even though I'm still, like... I guess we have about 1 billion fixing right now.
We do have a little bit more than we did.
It's sort of like I would never really care to take a Warfront. Like I don't think I'll play the Alley Guide, but I'll take it for the option.
Flash grenade?
Grenade?
Oh yeah.
We did make it to 19 weapons,
19
and I'm
weapons.
actually pretty okay on 2 drops
Although
now
we
with all those
probably-
Faithfuls.
With our units, we probably get 17 killing.
Yeah, we probably have 17 safely, but I think I might still
Flash
go for the
grenades?
flash
Yeah.
grenade. Like, especially, like, if this was a 3, I'd probably be looking at it a bit more strongly.
Yeah.
Or like a 5 that really helped us finish it. We're actually doing okay on 2s right now, so I think I can afford to take this flash grenade.
Ooh, Torag Test Pilot.
Yep, that's the one. I'd love to have that Spellstrike Sorceress, but Test Pilot
Take
is
Test
going
Pilot.
to win the game. Mining Team's a
Yeah.
really good late get. Let's see.
Touch of Grace.
Hilarious. Better than Bren Scrying, I'll give it that.
Flurry Chaser.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, this deck definitely has many of moves.
All right, we can kill Yeti Bully and.
Yeah, Horde's
Swift
pretty
Refusal.
much fine as a 2/2. Like the charge is a nice bonus. He's really nice in aggressive decks. I definitely like him. Just Flash Grenade is
Do
a
we
really good
kill
card.
the Combre Stranger. No, or do we?
We can.
Keep him in case we need the just.
That is the question. Yeah. So we're mostly Justice, which means that the power that I throw in here is going to be largely Justice. He's definitely one I consider, and I think looking at all the cards I have, he's fine to cut.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at 19 units now. Oh, Jesus. This is the, I don't know if Auric Weaponsmith is any good, but if Auric Weaponsmith is at all okay, it will be in this deck.
It's in a deck with an Emerald Ring.
2 Emerald Coins, an Emerald Ring,
and a Minotaur Plate.
and a Minotaur Plate Maker. I can generate
Plus a
weapons
Rampart
on weapons on
Arbalest
weapons.
becomes a 2/6. Sword
Like,
of Targa gets a buff.
If Auric Weaponsmith is literally worth playing in a single deck, this is the one.
Oh, Touch of Grace.
Yes. I'm gonna pee before we do this. I do have the one Seek power.
We do, yeah.
So it's mostly down to what else gets cut here. God, all of these are really good.
Yeah, all of them are standing.
Daze can probably go. I like Daze as a spell, but it is filler for things like Conflagrate or Barrel Through or Retribution. So like,
So that is actually...
yeah, so that would
that's
end up
17.
being 17 power. Yeah,
Plus
because I wasn't
Seek.
actually counting
Plus
that.
Seek, yeah.
Plus Seek. So I could even put a thing back in here and still feel fine about it, couldn't
Yeah,
I?
any spells?
Like maybe Daze does go back in the deck here.
Safe return, baby.
Yeah, just splash that time real quick. Swift Refusal. Like, I think I like Daze more than I like Touch of Grace. They're both fast spells that cost 2. Touch of Grace has some real cheeky stuff in it, but Daze also does, and Daze lets you sneak damage in over the line. It's an interesting question, though.
What are our double?
That is a fair question. Plate Maker, the Arbalest.
and
So
that's
we are
it, that's
actually
it.
single on fire, aren't we?
Yes.
And I guess we have like no fire cards, but interesting. I wouldn't have actually expected that. So yeah, we're playing 17 power here, which
We
feels
have Spider-Man,
more than
we have
enough for this
Recano
deck.
Stranger with the Seek power.
Yeah,
we
we've
have the
got-
Barrel Through as well, actually.
That is true. So like as far as sources of red go, we've got the 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a conditional 10th with barrel through.
Yeah.
And then Justice Sigils, we've got 10, 11, 12, 13. So like
yeah.
this is actually really, really solid. I think one thing about this format that you're definitely going to notice quickly is that you can get your power bases rock solid. It's not like the last one where like a lot of times you just would not have any guarantee that your deck would actually be able to play its cards. Like it could get flooded out in one direction or the other really easily.
We definitely saw that, yeah.
This format is gonna be way better for that. This is a redraw though. As a redraw, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Flash grenade stopped me from getting my shit kicked in.
That's fine.
This is fine. It really needs to pick up more power, but it's overall all right.
If you wanted, you could pledge the dude.
That is true. The pledges. Yeah, in fact, in a hand like that, I would probably pledge the 3/3. I generally want to play him as a unit rather than as power, but he would let me keep certain hands.
Yep.
Anywho, I will be right back. The last draft was 3-3.
Yep, we'll see how this one goes. Right. Some more hands. Stuart. Ooh, hello. On for great. Blurry Chaser, and we can twist. A bad one. Yeah, that's okay. We get the Blurry Chaser. We can onslaught the Emerald Coin if we still wish. Not amazing. Okay for a redraw. We can always pledge a Coastal as well, actually, in that hand. So that's actually pretty good, because we could pledge him. Not bad. Alright, we get a Headhunter, got Bannerman. Headhunter and Aspetus Faithful would be hilarious.
Alrighty.
Then we got some moves.
Yep. I think I have high hopes for this deck. But given that it's the first few days of a new format, it's always just chaos mode. You never really know what you're gonna get into.
Nope.
So I'll try not to get too worked up if this ends up 0-2.
But then we could go 7-2 from 0-2.
Yeah, that's true. Clearly, I should be rooting for that. Just hit concede on my first 2 games. It's the only way to be sure.
Chaos mode.
The Seeks. I think I play the Seek instead of the Headhunter first, so that I can warp out the mining team on 2. But I think this plays alright.
Better than on 3, you think?
Yeah, I think so. If I was going first, it might be worth putting him out to see if I can get a little extra damage. The Granite Coin does potentially change it, though.
I actually think, yeah.
Anything for some coin.
You can attack in with them.
Yeah, it is the question.
The gamble.
We shall find a way.
Alrighty. Actually, I could probably just play the Soaring Guard here, because that gives me a much freer Granite Coin if I want it. And also, with the Seek, I guarantee that I get the mining team out next turn.
The throne awaits.
Yep.
They're going to attack my face. I guess the question is if I want to guard it. They're not going to attack my face. Fascinating. Alrighty.
Back for the granite.
Sort of like if I even want to play the Granite. I might just do the Seek
Do the
Power
Seek Power,
here.
yeah, and put down like the Blurry Chaser or the mining team.
Yeah. Play the Blurry Chase, Seek Power, play out the Blurry Chasers, see when I can get a bit more value out of this Granite Coin. They have a fast spell, could be anything. I'll attack in with this. Are they gonna char me? Ah!
Oh, so we can,
Damn.
can granite coin it.
That is true. It's a shame you cost 2.
Yeah.
But I can accept this. It was essentially a 2 for 2, except one of my 2s gave me a power.
Yeah.
But that's nice.
Don't go in unarmed.
Alrighty, I won't. That's good to have.
Yep. play out 4/4.
Probably play out the 2/2s mostly to get the scout on this boy.
Yeah. You looking for a power or gas?
Yeah, I think a power would be good here. Like, I do have enough gas to play. I kind of want to see if I can get some power. Although, if I get a good enough card, it's like... Or, yeah, I'm good with that. That is certainly worrisome.
That is definitely scary.
Definitely an issue.
They will be punished.
We need a lot more power, but...
Yep. Well, I can't double him because it doesn't
Oh, yeah,
stack.
it's a different unit. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to hit
but
2 units.
that's alright.
Rubber Behemoth is very large and very scary.
Turns out, very large, fairly in charge. Sure.
Let's go.
What I may do is hit that with this, and then potentially just conflagrate it right away, although I may want to just hold that, and then like Arbalest it the next turn.
Yeah.
Although I could also just Arbalest this with the wanted poster. It is a bit awkward timing-wise.
Will the Arbalest kill it? Yes. Plus... All incredibly awkward.
Indeed it is. Might just play out the test pilot here. That's happy to... Okay, that does change things a bit. That actually gives me a path to killing that as long as they don't have
For the
a thing.
Yeah, like stat.
Any sort of stat booster, yeah.
Yep.
It is definitely a risk if I pull a Conflagrate here to try to kill that. The question being, how much of a trick do I think they might have? They play a thing first, that could be nice.
Yep.
They play a Streets of Flame first, then that kind of gets rid of my
Yeah.
worries. They did hover him briefly, which does make me worry.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you for doing that first. I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
because that would have been way worse for me.
Yeah.
Like, the one nice thing about this here is that they haven't, you know, like, they're threatening, but they're not that threatening currently. It's worth asking if I want to just conflagrate right now to blow that up, and I think I might lower the damage. Like, it lowers the damage I
Yeah,
take by quite a bit.
by 3, yeah. Because it kills...
4.
Oh, 4, yeah. Right.
And I think that's worth it. As much as I really want to, like, wanted poster and then conflagrate immediately. Power here is
Let's
actually
go.
pretty nice. Would allow me to play out the test pilot and play a wanted poster. Well, I'm glad that's
shit.
on the outs. That's actually much better than it would have been otherwise. As weird as that is.
We can Arbalest that still, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then they probably play it unshifted as well. The question here is if I wanted poster and Sizzleback here, which is a fun one. I think I might.
Yeah?
'Cause I really want to get that wanted poster because I really, like, I have a way to get the value for it. It may take a
Yeah.
little bit, but I'll get there.
So what do you want in poster?
One of these.
The one in the way and then kill it?
Suppose so.
I guess you can.
They won't block with anything, admittedly.
And you can't actually, like... Might kill it this turn.
Yeah.
your flyer back?
Yeah, just to make sure I have some blocks if they go like way in. Sizzleback has the potential to actually win the game.
Which one did we put the water poster on? That one.
It's got this is an attachment.
Ah, okay.
Yes, that is one way to know if a unit is attached up, if it doesn't affect stats. It's gonna get interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it does stop my immediate damage up, but
Don't go in unarmed.
okay. That's fine. If they attack like with a bunch in... I assume they attack with the one that doesn't have it in the behemoth here. Don't. Oh,
Ooh,
that's good.
cowards.
I love it. I love a good coward. That definitely comes first.
And put.
Is the question. Probably. They're gonna attack like a bunch. I suppose at this point I sell the farm to block the behemoth, and then they're actually in a pretty bad place. Okay.
Triple block it. Arbalest.
That is the question, yeah, and I think I do.
Have anything else?
In the sense of like, what are you gonna
And you can.
do? We win. I'm willing to make that call right
Let's
now.
go.
High Sword of Icaria.
Also nice, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
This puts this out of like king range,
Yeah.
which is really the most dangerous thing. Then they get used. So they'll kill off my
It's fine. We have a
my
Sword of
Arbalest,
Icaria.
but then I just play a Sword of Icaria. And it's like they can keep
Let's go.
spending mana on that, but I'm getting a bit more value than they are. Oh no!
Take my sword!
Fine, take my sword. I don't even want it. This is an interesting question if I keep the Tauride test pilot back. Well, actually, I have a better idea.
Have to get used to this.
Yeah.
Have to get used to this.
You could get used to this.
I could get used to this. And then next turn we have lethal in the air, among 50 other things.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Whoa.
Let's go.
Pretty good deck.
Yeah. Oh, put him down. Put him down.
Oh, they gotta know.
Put him down.
Remove their impurity.
And they didn't even get to see the barrel through there.
I know.
But yeah, when he comes down, that's a reasonable
We really
response.
could get used to this, for sure.
I am exceptionally used to this already. Yeah, this deck has so much bullshit in it. Like, God.
That boy right at the end, just to
Yeah,
seal
just
their
so
fate.
they knew. I will say, if an opponent can get really big things down fast enough on us, this deck will have trouble dealing with them. Like, the
Yes,
Corrupted
The
Behemoth
behemoth was, yeah.
was the thing that scared me more than, like, anything else.
Yes.
But otherwise, I really like the way that this deck plays.
We do have a retribution, right?
Yes, that's like the one piece
That's
of removal
basically
that
the
we'd be
one
able to
thing,
use
yeah.
to do it without getting like some massive. We're up against Beavis was crying, which mwah, beautiful, A+. I keep this.
Oh,
It-
but
the
we do get the
biggest
Arcana.
problem is the 2 fire. Like it's only 2 power.
Yeah.
Which means it can only really play these, and it can only play this if this guy gets to attack, which may be bad. But
You do get a flash.
I do have a flash grenade to make things a little better. This really needs to draw power. If we draw power, I think this hand is amazing. If we don't, God knows. If we don't, then it's time for an adventure. Yes, here
Yeah.
lies Beavis. He missed lethal. That's good.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
The point, or do I play that just so that I can play on curve? Probably not, honestly. I can probably on turn 3 swing Svetch's Faithful and Emerald Coin as long as he doesn't get torched.
Yeah.
So,
Or conflagrated or
I know.
charred.
Yeah, I guess char is what the cool kids are saying these days. That's fine. That's a wonderful use of 2 power.
We forge what we need.
Dude, Owlboy.
Yeah, it's sort of like trading this guy for a 4/4 is totally fine. Oh man, if I get I mean, I guess them playing him as a 2 means he's not that useful, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, they don't even take it from me. A 4/4 or a 2/2 or...
I will stand watch.
I'm honestly not sure which I'd prefer in this
For the
situation.
arena!
Like 4/4 is such a fucking stat line.
Yeah.
But it is also stacking. 2/3/3s is also fantastic.
Yep.
I think I'll go with the 2/3/3s. This is kind of a weird, like, I think this is a very meta-dependent call, and I don't know what the meta's like right now.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's times when you would much prefer to have 2/3/3 bodies, and there's times where, like, the 4/4 is just worth so much more. Against the Streets of Flame, I mean, there's good and bad there.
Yeah, we would have had a...
It would have been above
but-
that, but at the same time, it's like, if we lose it, we lose everything, whereas here, we've kind of diversified our resources.
Yep.
So, a land of contrasts, if you will.
Salamander or the recruit?
That is the question. The recruit blocks a bit better, which allows me to attack in. Like, if I played the Salamander, I'd really not want to attack in.
Yeah.
So this develops the board a little bit nicer. That's an awful lot of power to spend. So, like, what legendary spell did you just pull up? That's just fascinating. Alright, well, I'm definitely, I think, playing the mining team. Let's attack in first, and then I'll probably Granite Coin this. Little boy.
Yeah.
Unless they double trade for it, which is also fine. You're really feeling that. Like, God, that's a great deal for me. I could even Flash Grenade here to kill them all, both off, leave them with an
Yeah.
empty board, and keep all of my stuff, and I think that's
actually,
worth it.
Yeah, because it's a 2. Granite coin their face and
Yeah.
warp out your
Fuck you.
your mining team, so you draw a card too. Do we keep him or
That's
do we
interesting.
throw
I
him?
might actually throw him if I wish I could play him here.
Yeah.
Because I can't, it might actually be better to throw
Yeah,
him.
I'd throw him, yeah.
Like, getting a 5th power here would actually be pretty strong.
Yes,
so
yes,
digging
the
for that is
Arbalest,
good.
yeah.
I might even just play the Weaponsmith first. Even if this is a power, it also depends on what they play, though.
Yes, it depends.
There's so
yeah.
much
What-
going on right
What spell
now.
they threw at top of their deck?
Was it Hip Shot? If it was, that's sad. I'm sorry, Beavis. Yeah, I'm definitely playing out the Weaponsmith here.
The forge warms my
Now play
horns.
something with, God, 5. I can kill something up to 5 health as long as they don't blow this up.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I think we might be okay.
Scrying?
Bren's Scrying is not a card.
It's a
It is a
bad
decision to
card.
play, to just not play a thing. Oh god, I am about to style upon them.
Are you gonna use the Arbalest or not?
Nope, I'm gonna play a Sizzleback Salamander. They pulled an Ice Bolt to the top of their deck.
Ah.
Damn, I'm gonna style on them slightly less hard now than I would have otherwise. So if she was still alive, the Emerald Coin would have been a +2/+2 on this
+2/+2,
Salamander.
Yeah.
This is fine, though. I can twist him to do 2 damage to their face. You know, I'm not going to tell you we won this, but I think we have lethal. Not going to tell you this is over, but... New payer, I mean... Them being in silver, I guess it is the second day of the month, kind of implies that they're not as experienced. But it's really just like, it's a new draft format. It could also have just been a deck that didn't work out at all.
Yep.
They might have hard committed to Rakano and then just not gotten enough cards to actually play Rakano. Oh, this is fine.
That's okay.
I'm actually pretty okay. I probably won't
That's
play
okay.
the coast. Like, it's okay as long as I play this as a 3-3.
Oh yeah, yeah. We don't need.
But
to-
we have all the
yeah,
influence
we
and
have
we've
all
got
the
3
influence, we've
power.
got 3
So.
power, yeah.
Open question if I play the Granite Coin or not.
We actually have a lot of. I guess we're okay for a.
True. It is good to get her down, or get them down,
down on 3.
though. Yeah. So it's an interesting question. I'm not like it's so nice to get the free value out of that.
I think
I got the 2s though.
Yeah, you have a lot of 2s. If you didn't have the other 2s.
Yeah, if it had to be like 2 into 3, that would be one thing. Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna have anything to use it on immediately. But perfect. The question has been obviated.
We forge what we need.
Forge what we need.
We need what we forge.
We learn what we must.
If I must. We learn if
What
we must. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll probably still play the recruit out here and then play like a blurry chaser and a soaring guard next. I'd also just play out like the blurry chaser now and then the bannerman because I'll guarantee. Okay. Like what's better now, a 3/3 now or 2 pretty decent 2/2 next turn?
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of the question here.
Actually play with 3 outlets.
Be the greed you want to see in the world. Kosul need them.
It is greedy, but
It's only sort of greedy because of course we're like.
It's written
Oh.
right here.
Alrighty then.
alright. There's a target.
God, I love it when a plan
Oh,
comes
there's a
together.
coastal
I
recruit.
know this is getting dumb.
Are we gonna play our coastal recruit?
Yep. I mean, I could play the blurry chaser and twist it, but honestly, I think I'll just do this. Then play the blurry chaser and the soaring guard next turn. What is their game?
Guide my fists.
Guiding their fists?
R. Lightning strike? Not meant to offense. Utterly irrelevant. I guess they got a scout off of it, which is neat. It does stop like a bunch of face damage. I'll give it that. But I am about to play 2 more threats out.
The
So.
throne awaits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
There he is again.
There he is again.
Probably not. Really just digging for retribution here. Bardine.
Goodness,
Thank you so much.
Are you Bannerman or not?
Yeah, it's like if I want to keep comp the grade up, I should probably do that. And I think I do want to do that instead of scouting. So let's do that.
Pledge my loyalty.
Thank
Should
you
have gone
so
like
much
primal
for
there, but
the-
hey,
the
thank you
raid.
so much for the raid.
Hey, Drafton.
We are a draftin'. That's probably not worth worrying about. Let's see. What I may do here. Aw, thanks. Is twist him to try to like bait them into getting that. It's a little bit risky.
Do you do it with your coastal recruits?
That's also the question. Yeah. Flash grenade could be fun. We're kind of on the offensive, admittedly. It's a little awkward that way. Like, I'm still, it's like, do I just want to dig for retribution is the question.
Yeah, I wonder if we should sort of take on the behemoth next.
With like a flash grenade, potentially.
Yeah, because then it can't kill your unit. But you could just take on this bird, you know?
It's an interesting one. I mean, I think it is a risk to jump in here and try to bait them into Conflagrate. There's a lot they could have.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
So I want to be careful about it. I think the flash grenade backing it as well is pretty...
helps. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's definitely a plus to have. Like, I can also twist him to get in over the air right now.
And also double block him. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Ah, on their flyer. Okay.
Fine. Sort of like, how much do I care? How much am I willing to guess that they have, like, a barrel through is really the question. And how much do I care about 2 armor?
Yeah.
They don't have a barrel through, that's good.
I will stand watch. For the
This
Oreen!
is gonna be an interesting one. Yeah, I think...
I can get used to this!
Not quite as good as it was previously. We likely actually end up spending Conflagrate on the flyer, but that's actually... Anyway.
Maybe we should leave him behind.
It is the question. I'd lose 1 for sure doing that. It's also like
straightforward.
they have quite a few.
Well, I guess if you use the flash grenade, you don't.
That's true. Time to play out everything.
Oh, dear.
That's 1 trade. Ah, good. They do take that. I'm absolutely killing the flyer.
Alright. You flash grenade to save. Basically most of our units.
Yep. And then we continue to hope we find a retribution.
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy about that because that clears out most of their board.
I protect the light!
Hi, Bear Arms.
Oh, hi, bear arms.
Right.
Oh, and then we can like throw a unit out to immediately make him bigger.
Yeah, it's sort of like, do I put it on the Blurry Chaser or do I put it on the Test Pilot? I guess the Blurry Chaser is kind of at his end of life here for usefulness if he doesn't get bigger, whereas if I put it on him, he can't, it doesn't get it immediately, and if they have removal for it, it feels real bad. But if they have to spend removal on him, they're not spending flyers, so yeah, let's just fucking do it.
Tapping in with the flyers.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
It does mean not getting a unit,
True.
is the one thing.
True.
And I kind of do want him to go in as
To
soon
go
as
big,
possible.
yeah.
And also, I'm not sure how, like, it does clear out one of them, but...
I like the war cry on it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I think right now what I just really need is units. Plus, it lets me do this. Like, and be like, yeah.
Back in with your flyers or not? Oh, attacking in with everything.
It's an interesting one because, like, if they had blocked with both the Behemoth and something else, it would have been a bit awkward, you know, like, and killed off they could have killed him off, which would have been a question, but then I would have indisputably won the ground game.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting questions to
A lot of
ask there.
decisions there, yep.
Perfect.
No.
God,
Goodbye.
this deck is stupid. I just want to say, like, there are so many good cards in this deck. It needs some shit to get going, but basically it needs power. But I think I'll take it over going down a card.
And we get our 2 justice now.
Yeah, we get the double justice.
We get flash grenade and daze to sort of hold on if we...
Yeah, the real question is if I end up playing that Bear Arms or
On a
not.
Bannerman,
And
yeah.
I'll slow roll it. You'd really rather not.
Definitely want to play on like the Toroid.
Or like that Sisselback Salamander would actually be
I
ridiculous.
pledge my loyalty.
We'll see what happens. We need power very badly,
We
though.
do.
One shot will do it.
Certainly worrisome.
Nope.
Keep drawing power, please. That's kind of where we're at right now. That's actually kind of fine. That's pretty good, actually.
Take my sword.
Buff up our next thing. Kill off their unit so that we've got board control.
Yep.
Still need some power. Play that test pilot, that would be nice. If only there was a way to play that test pilot.
To the skies!
He likely takes the bear arms next turn. It's kind of eggs in one basket-y, but...
Bring it on!
Bring it in!
Bring it in.
Fucking fight me, IRL. It's definitely worrisome with them being in shadow and fire.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what else am I doing right now?
Yeah.
It's also the longer I wait to do it, the more turns they get to do to pull
Yep.
something that answers whatever
Yep.
I play bear arms on. So I think if I had a different play, I'd probably have made it, but probably don't.
Get used to
Probably won't.
this!
Oof.
We shall see if I am punished for my hubris. Looks like I might be. That or their reading weapons.
Ooh,
I see.
Harry's got-
Well, the one
boy.
plus side of this is that I can daze that.
Yeah. That is a shit ton of damage.
Yep. Heretics Cannon. It's still Heretics Cannon.
It's real fucking good, is what it is. Yeah.
Get used to this!
He's fast.
Yes. It would be just like unplayably bad if it wasn't.
True. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Please throw more eggs on that basket.
Wonder if they're scared of isolate, because that would be fun. If they were, the answer would just be to attack him with the short one as well. Here. Conflagrate would be lovely. Especially if they went down one further.
Please one more. And please draw our torch.
Alright, well, we don't have long.
No, no.
But we do have some draws. That's convenient.
What ears?
I'm keeping him at 3 health, so the char doesn't kill.
Right now?
It's sort of like, do I want to try to get Trixie? And I kind of want to, but at the same time, I also just want it dead.
Yeah.
It's a tough question, because it's like, if I pull something that costs too much, I don't want having to play Retribution to fuck me over next turn.
Yep.
If I pull power instead, oh, that's a good thing for Sword of Ikaria to hit. They have something.
They do.
Let's see if it's a char.
Anything for some coin.
Might not be a char.
Good small boy buffer boys. Whew.
I guess they did not have too many draws, because that was definitely still up in the air.
Yep. Play.
Gold draft. Alright, well, let's blaze forward.
4 is nice.
4 wins is nice. 7 wins would be nicer, but no
I mean,
promises.
yes, obviously.
Generally speaking.
More wins, better.
I do enjoy numbers go up.
Numbers go up is good.
I'm happy that this deck is doing well. I gotta say, like, it's the start of draft, so I try to never make any assumptions about what decks will and won't be good. But
God,
like,
yeah.
I looked over this deck and it's like, oh, it's all bombs.
No.
Yeah, not so much.
No. No.
I'm keeping this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is dumb and bad, but I'm keeping it anyway. Fire to play the Conflagrate would be nice so that I can just slow roll them forever.
Hi, Svetlus.
That's
Another unit's
fairly
really
nice, yeah.
Anything for some coin.
I will throw this away to get Svetches into a 3-3 here.
Yeah. Or a 4-4 if we put a
Oh,
weapon on him.
oh, beautiful. I even get to keep this.
I will stand watch.
I'm gonna go stand
the
watch real
lead.
fucking quick.
Love of fire.
Love of fire.
There's always a way if you know
Sure.
the path.
You just sigil and then put the ring down instead, or
That is sort of the question. If I want to like trade this in to keep my momentum going, keep them off of it, or if I want to just develop my board a little bit. I kind of feel like I'd like to develop.
with not having the fire, our momentum is gonna eventually crash anyway.
They have a barrel through or a high alert. Good to know.
And they want
I mean, this is kind of a bomb.
yeah.
It's a very slow rolling bomb, but a bomb nonetheless.
Yeah. Put the weapon on him or on the 2-1?
On the 2-1.
That makes it block the alley guy.
It also lets it play a
a
wanted
wanted
poster
poster.
without dying.
Yeah, and then
like-
it becomes a 4-1.
Likely continue to let them hit my face.
Yeah.
But it is actually an open question.
I feel like the wanted poster then it becomes a 4-1 and then you
Yeah,
can
and then it
trade
blocks
it
real
for
nice.
2 cards. Yeah.
Plus, they continue to have
They have something.
high alert. Ooh, this is actually fucking value right here.
The forge warms my horns.
Welcome to a place I like to call Value Town. It's not, it's barrel through. I'm going to make that call right now. The reason for that is that high alert would have killed that
Yeah.
if it was high alert. Yeah, I was gonna say, not him. It doesn't matter which one it is. The 6/6 trades with that. There you go.
And now it's a trade with barrel through. Do you trade?
I think so. I think I need to stop taking damage, and it also gets that pesky barrel through out of their hand.
Yep.
Both desirable outcomes.
The Razor Quill that has a twist.
Yeah. Yeah, the Alley Guide's kind of gotten its value already. Alrighty.
Alright, do we play a weapon or do we play, you know, to make her a 4-4 or
Yeah, I play a weapon and then twist on
it?
this.
Yeah.
The real question is if I make her a 5/5 or if I make the Headhunter.
Oh yes, 'cause it's
Gigantic.
+2/+2. That would make it 5-4.
Yeah.
That's true,
Or
I
5/6/3 with the wanted
Oh,
poster.
yes.
God, there's so much math in this.
Maybe hers a 5.
That's kind of the
Walker
question.
instead?
It's potentially trading in value if they've played it, if they have another trick in their hand,
Sure.
but
So maybe a 6-3 is better.
it is an
It does
interesting question.
Die if they attack. you.
Yeah, it's sort of like if I think they have a trick, I do that. I think I do kind of like, I can afford to keep playing around a trick, and I've got value out of the Minotaur, out of the Headhunter,
Yeah.
in the sense that I'm going to draw 2 cards off of this. So I'd be more willing to give up the Headhunter than the Weaponsmith here.
Do you have some?
Ta-da! Holy shit!
Oh, Detain!
Alright, you know?
Casual need
Fucking fair enough.
Owned by Detain.
Yeah, that's maybe enough to beat
That's
us.
really bad, yes.
That's strong as hell. Wow, detain.
Detain.
Yeah, now detain I can get into. Life racing would definitely have been an interesting prospect. Not that I could have known ahead of time, but now I'm kind of happy I didn't race for life. Gotta say. With that said, I'm about to go down to 1. Unless I just play out this soldier and stand pat. God, we have gone through an awful lot of this deck without a fire.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Which would have been helpful. High conflagrate.
Wow!
Oh.
Alrighty. Sometimes you just can't win. Yeah, if we had ever pulled a fire, if there was a fire card in the entire top third of our deck, I think we win that pretty handily.
The 5/5 would have actually, yeah. Detain being the card. You cannot play around Detain.
I will never play around detain. So, like, that is the one specific scenario where it actually just completely destroyed me.
Yep.
But it's not worth putting in your deck most of the time. That's life.
Getting wrecked by Detain.
A deck this good can only get wrecked by bad cards. That's the secret. It is like their Tinker hit something that turned into a 5/5, which is also monstrous. Like 3/3 is a high stat line in this format. 3/3 is a good solid stat line. For Tinker to hit that and turn it into a 5/5, as opposed to it hitting like a 2/2 or something, is also pretty bonkers. And Throne Warden's really good. We have the Seek.
Yes.
We have a Plate Maker. We
Yes.
have Bear Arms. We
Yes.
have Blurry Chaser.
Yes, we
I'm
pledged.
playing
we
this
pledged
recruit so that we can get the power to get up to this.
That. Yep.
This has some moves. A
Yep.
move or 7.
Yep.
Interestingly, I'd have to put the Bear Arms after I put the Blurry Chaser on him, or just put the Bear Arms on the Plate Maker.
Yep.
All fun options.
Hey, can I give in? It's going pretty well.
Pretty good start. I'm enjoying it so far. It's nice to actually be able to draft out of packs 2 and 3,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. It is a bit awkward that I just kind of can't play anything this turn if I want
Do
to.
we just?
Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna twist him here. That's an interesting one.
With
Do I just want a body?
With Bear Arms.
Yeah,
is
he's
actually,
just a
yeah.
cheap body here. And I might just sit on that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have all of my bombs right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep him at 2 health, keep him a little bit safer.
App Store, question mark, RE, payment, question mark. You've processed your payment Friday, Augustus 2, 2019.
Wow.
I don't think that's a real email somehow.
Alright, they have a Frost Elemental, which is fun.
Yeah.
Let's hammer this out.
I'm sort of like, you fucking deal with it, you know? Let's hammer this out. Okay, you're in fire. Getting your damage, that's good. Not doing much else, which is interesting. It's worth asking if I want to play into Lightning Strike here. I think what I might...
Bear Arms him and then twist him.
Might not even twist him.
Ah, you might just, put a boy down.
I might be like, you know, how much damage do you don't even have Lightning Strike. Okay, good to know. Nice to, be aware of. I think we've won this.
Oh god, yeah.
Remove the impurities. Remove the impurities.
Aww. Platemaker is ranked good. It's ridiculous how much of a draft bomb that is.
Bare Arms Flurry Chaser is Scouts Forever. Alright, I like this.
Yeah, perfectly fair.
Headhunter out? Or Spell Sword?
Spell Sword is the one that I'm more willing to just throw away to get a 3/3 Faithful.
It turns out double damage on a unit that is paid 2 to put a fucking weapon on another unit is kinda...
Double damage, pay 2 to put a weapon, twist, which ups double damage by 2. God, the sheer amount of things. Oh, and also I put a Bare Arms on him.
You got an Onslaught?
I also have an Onslaught, so feel free to play your Svetch's Faithful down. Okay. They will likely trade me out there. I'm fine with that. Honestly, getting the 1/1 for more than free, that's fine. You know, like trading the 1/1 for something rather than just losing him feels fine. I was gonna throw him away if they played a 3/2.
Yeah.
For the Oreen!
I'd love to be able to attack in with this. Okay. Okay. Well, they can triple block here.
Worth doing? Because if you pay him, you can put a
Anything
wanted
for
poster.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. If I put the wanted poster
Put a
on
wanted
the sludge,
poster either on the sludge or the one that draws a card.
That's true. I could put
Because
it on the Dark
wanna,
Wisp.
they want to kill that.
Yeah, like that's gonna have to die at some point. They already want to protect their sludge. Draw a card, eh?
They like to draw a card. Yeah, they were like, they would have blocked that just with that to draw a card.
Yep.
And we kind of dissuaded them from that.
Yep. Still gotta figure out, you know, something to do with that boy, but... He definitely wants to go up in the air, and I think I play some defense here.
Yeah.
On the plus side, they did play a 1/2 there, so, like, one of the few stat lines that won't get him any pluses.
Yep.
Two attack or 3 health would be enough to buff him. Sewer Sludge is dangerous as hell, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
cannot sleep on that thing being back.
Nope. Back in, Mr. 1/4.
And it's like, do I want to attack in with the 1/4 or the 3/3 and like kind of offer a trade again?
I would definitely put the Smith down so then you can put the Emerald coin.
Yeah, so I can do that after attacking in.
Sure, yep.
So it is sort of like, do I attack in with him and try to get a trade, or do I attack in with him?
Yeah, the 3/3 stops them from attacking in.
Yeah.
The forge warms my horns.
On Toride.
God, 3/6 in the air. Gross. And you know what? I'm gonna say, yeah.
In this deck, she's pretty solid, yeah.
In this format, like with the Emerald coin, like there's a lot of random +1/+1 weapons. Turning those into Crown Watch longswords is bonkers. That's actually fine. That's more than fine.
You can actually twist him like him.
Let's hammer this out.
Can't put it on our flyer because he already has a weapon. Oh, she becomes 6/6.
Yes.
Remove their impurity.
Because she adds. Oh, jeez. Do you want to like attack in something or not?
Probably not right now. Like the 3/6 really needs to stay back for that
Yes,
3/2 at
yes.
the moment. I actually potentially should have put it on him, but what I really wanted was to make sure she's safe.
Yeah.
Like I don't want her dying to random damage. May prove costly,
Looking
but hey,
for
we'll
me?
see. All right, I was correct to do what I done. Emerald ring, please.
The coast will meet me. I pledge my loyalty.
Time, baby. It is sort of like, how used to this do I want to get? Do I want a 4/5 flyer, which is hilarious? Potentially.
I'm interested.
Yeah, current.
Oh boy, we're in a little bit of trouble.
We're in top decky wars.
Fly, my pets!
And she's definitely a consideration. I had basically forgotten about her.
Yeah. More cards at the minute.
Yep. If
Oh,
we get Emerald
weapon.
Ring, we're in
Yeah,
amazing
if we get an
shape.
Emerald Ring or even like our sword or Icaria would also.
Icaria would be nice here, yeah. Sicaria.
Had her bear armor yet?
I don't think so. It's a fair thing for them to do. Okay, them playing that, I believe he only draws sigils. Distribution is fun. Who do I kill? Probably. It's either like the sewer sludge or one of the flyers.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably one of the flyers.
You sacrifice like.
Kind of the 2/2, yeah. Because like I can't get a good trade here. I can force a trade with this, but even that's like not amazing.
Yeah, it's like a 1/1, yeah. And she would be really good if we get a weapon. Don't really wanna.
Yeah, I'm sort of hoping that the sewer sludge is irrelevant here, basically. Because I'm gonna Retribution Bulbous Humbug. Kind of try to choke him out of the air here. I kind of have to, because they'd be able to like get some good tempo attacks in on me. Less good. Still worth asking if I could get used to this, but I'm not sure I really... You know, it's like 6 health is so hard to remove.
Yeah.
And 4 attack isn't really necessary to defend anything.
No,
So.
no.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're.
Anything for some coin.
How deep in the deck is the Emerald Ring?
That's cool.
Shit! No, we're. Yeah, this is it. We're lost.
We are probably boned now.
Yep.
Archive Curator's back, by the way.
Yeah.
That's completely useless.
Absolutely useless. Damn, they drew a
Yeah.
lot. They drew better than us. Yeah.
Yep. This Vorlunk was
Yeah.
absolutely massive. Oh lord, they're about to draw a billion cards.
Yeah, this is done.
Yep. I'll see what my next draw is and then concede.
Yep.
I mean, we're dead on board anyway.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, there we go. Yep, sometimes that happens in a top deck war.
Yep. Sometimes you get out top decked.
Yeah.
But yeah, them being able to kill off the plate maker after he'd only gotten 1 twist off was pretty big. Like,
Yep.
that was so much. Like, putting on 3/3 weapons onto a bunch of things would have been absolutely incredible value.
Yep.
I think I should have played it on the Svetch's
Faithful.
rather, and then attacked in to see if they
Yeah.
wanted to trade anything. I think I was kind of too concerned about protecting the weaponsmith when actually the plate maker was protecting the weaponsmith by existing.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have gone more aggressive there.
Yeah.
That would have been the play. God, somehow they may have made a draft format that's even more complicated than the last one, I gotta say. It needs to find a fire. It does have like a 1 and a 3. We've played this game before,
Yeah.
admittedly, but we do have a lot of fire sources in this
We
deck.
do, we do. We have a stranger. We have, yeah.
Let's get punished again.
Bannerman.
If this was 2 power, I would absolutely
Oh,
not
God,
do this.
No, absolutely.
At 3, though, it's like I've got most of what I need.
Reporting in.
It does mean I can play him out on curve, so that's
Yeah.
whatever that's worth. I can accept this. If I don't do this, they're just gonna Gradic coin it anyway.
Yeah.
Ignite!
Here.
Punish.
Nothing but fire cards. My deck only has like 7 fire cards, and I'm going to draw all of them before a fire sigil. Aw, it's a poor man's 3/2. Open question here. Although actually, I can sit on this sort of Icaria
The
for a
coast will
bit.
meet me.
That's probably what to do here. I'll take another 3 damage because I don't really care that much about that. I don't really want to trade that out, basically.
Yeah. They have something. Have another. Oh, we do get a free weapon.
There's the
Oh, I guess
question.
you
I
might
think
want to play him out
probably
first, yeah.
would rather play the militant.
Yeah,
And then if they
yeah.
char it, it feels kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So I guess that is worth considering. But I guess it does mean they don't char this. So
Yeah.
I'll take one here.
Attack in since you're not gonna
They're not
defend.
gonna block, yeah.
They will be punished.
There's also a chance I just play these 2 out next turn with the sigil. We'll
Yeah.
see. Many questions. Feel like this is daring maneuver? Ah, shit.
Shit.
Unfortunate. So yeah, now I am just
Now you're
playing
just
the 2
doing
of these
both.
out.
Yeah.
Blow
Yep.
up their board.
Yep.
I've oh wait, I can't. Fuck.
Huh?
Can't. I mean, I can't kill him.
Conflagrate and your Icaria?
Oh no, I can't kill him nicely.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to 2 for him.
Take my sword!
Can't leave a 3/4 in the air though. Yeah, man, that Wyvarch actually might have just won them the game.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the one thing that that completely
and that
derailed
snow
me.
fort.
Oh yeah, the
rough.
snow fort has been real nice for them.
Okay, we do get to put weapon on it.
I'm gonna daze this to take a little
Yeah.
less damage.
Well, yeah, but we also get to put
But
weapon
yes,
on it.
well, it's mostly because I have to do this to play a weapon on the coastal recruit. Not the greatest feeling days, but I got a clock to uphold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had a 3-turn clock here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, their draws have just kind of perfectly hit me.
Ooh, chest pilot.
This helps, though.
Chest pilot's really.
To the skies. Have to get used to
Attack
this.
him with another 4/4.
Yeah, it'll probably be the last time it gets the chance to.
Yes, yes. Once that gets.
And I'm also
unstunned,
currently
we'll walk
playing
on the
around
ground.
daring maneuver, so
Yeah.
need to keep him up high enough.
Yeah.
He's still that. That is nice though. Now the question is if I want to twist and get him to
Yeah.
a 4 attack, and I think 4 turns it into a 4-turn clock from a 5-turn clock, so I think that's probably worth it.
Have to get
If I
used
get
to
Streets of
this.
Flame, then you know, that's just the kind of day it is. It's not Streets of Flame. That's fine.
Yes, we can block that 3/2,
Yep.
and the 1 damage.
Negligible. Yeah, and it's like even if they have to use a daring maneuver for that, I think it might not be daring. I think you can play daring maneuver on defense.
Yeah, that snow fort definitely did a lot of work.
Shocking amount of work, yes.
Oh, damn.
All right. Deal damage to any unit
Yeah,
equal to the
hold
highest
under,
attack
yeah.
among your units. 3. All right, they're gonna trade this out, but I'll
Yep.
take the 2 for here, and then hope I pull something.
Pummel.
They have an old deck. I kind of suspected it. This is an old draft deck, or like a previous format draft deck, because Pummel is not in this format. Sir, not appearing in this film.
Nope.
All right, well, Top Deck Wars, where they already have something on. Not a
Yeah,
good something, but
no.
the power that I just drew there knocks me.
Oh, shit!
Dashing Rapscallion is also not in this format. Alrighty.
Oh, bugger.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
I was kind of thinking it might be Pummel because of the it not attacking on defense, but I wasn't sure if they had an old deck or not. Alright. I can't even get mad. They nut drawed on me. They literally pulled every card they need to hit me perfectly there. Still got a 5/3 though. Damn. That's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah,
Bizarre
the deck definitely could have gone 7.
It could have gone 7, but it went 5, and I'm okay with that. Like, I would have felt kind of sad if it went 4, like after we went 4-0, if it went 0-3 after that. But at 5, sometimes someone draws the Snow Fort and the Wyvarch, the Dashing Rapscallion, the
What a deck.
just perfectly timed everything to get rid of me. It's like I wasn't even, I was definitely playing the sort of Icaria for value there, but I do feel like it would have been a bit of a waste. Like, I don't feel like I think I would do my play again because I'm not really playing around Wyvarch too much.
No.
Especially not one with like that I can't kill with the 2/3 attack things in my hand because my opponent played a Snow Fort. Like if they hadn't had that fort there, I would have been able to just conflagrate the Wyvarch out of the way with 1 card for a 1-for-1 trade. Still have the Sword of Icaria to tell them to stop fucking hitting my face. And I think I end up winning that exchange because I just end up keeping so much more value.
They would have won in the end though with that Dashing Rapscallion though.
Potentially, yes.
I would have been. Didn't draw anything.
I would have been way less low when that happened though, so I would have at least bought myself a few turns to see if Retribution existed.
They did have that thing that then put it in the air and gave it like 2 attack though.
I don't know. It's definitely like their deck was incredible. It was also not a deck I was playing around.
No, God no. Yep.
It should be noted, like
Yep.
I'm already a bit adjusted to the new format when I should probably be careful of people who just haven't finished their drafts yet.
Yep.
Not that that'll be relevant after literally today.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes sometimes. 5/3 is not too bad, and
Yeah,
we're
it's
over
pretty
50%
damn
on the night since we went 50-50 in our last run.
Alright, well, we'll be back on Sunday with what is probably our final Wait and Kaito stream.
Yeah, we will probably go kill that Malpartio dude.
Yep, we've done all the little mini bosses now. We've just got the final boss, and a
Indeed.
mountain of cutscenes. Warning you right
So
now.
many. It's gonna be a long one.
It is a literal mountain of cutscenes.
Indeed.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.